children of all ages. Welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, the NFC, AFC championship games are this Sunday. A little late getting video up, as you all can see. It's a Saturday morning, so it'll be up sometime late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Here at the 11th hour, doing a video. Busy all week, wasn't feeling good. Wasn't going to do it at first, and then there's just some intriguing things about these two games, and I kind of wanted to go ahead and get it up for my fans out there. Up to 47 subscribers, which is awesome. It keeps climbing, which is great. You know, please feel free to tell anybody you know to subscribe to my channel. Now, I may not be right all the time, but you know what? I'll give you my opinion, and I'll have fun doing it. Last week we were 2-2 across the board, not great. We were 3-1 the week before, so hey, there's only 2 games this week, so maybe we can get them both right. Alright, the first game is the NFC Championship game. We have the 13-4 Green Bay Packers at the 13-4 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is favored by 7.5 in this game. Since the 05-06 season, this is the 3rd time that Seattle has hosted the NFC Championship game, back-to-back. During that time, they were 2-0. In the same time, Green Bay is 1-1 in the NFC Championship game. Seattle is actually 2-0 all-time in the NFC Championship game, and they are 0-1 in the AFC Championship game. And they are 2-0 at home, so they won both their home games before this. All-time, Green Bay is 3-2 in the NFC Championship game, and they are 1-1 on the road. So far this year, on the road, Green Bay is only a 500 team. They're 4-4, and then Seattle is phenomenal, 8-1 at home. Against the spread this year, the Packers are 9-7-1. The Seattle Seahawks are 11-6 versus the spread. The Packers are scoring about 30 points a game. They're giving up about 22. Seattle is scoring a little better at 25, but their defense is a lot stingier at 16. The Seattle Seahawks, I guess, being in the NFC West with the Rams and being in the St. Louis market, being, you know, casual Rams fan that I am, you almost want to hate the Seattle Seahawks. You know, Marshawn Lynch didn't really say much. He did these one-word answers with the media. Russell Wilson, what's not to like about him? As somebody had said, I think it was either earlier this year or late last year, he's not black enough for a quarterback. Yeah, anyway. Here Russell Wilson, all he's doing is managing the game. He at least thrown for 300 yards one game in the playoffs. I actually, with that Legion of Boom defense, I'm picking Seattle to win this. But I'm giving the Packers the points. I think it's going to be a pretty close game, and I'm taking the over on the 47. So we got the Seattle Seahawks representing the NFC for the 2nd year in a row in the Super Bowl. As for the AFC, we have the 13-5 Indianapolis Colts versus the 13-4 New England Patriots. The Patriots are favored by 7 at home at Foxborough. So far this year at home, they're 8-1. The Colts are 6-3 on the road. Well, as for versus the spread, Indy's actually almost dead on the spread. They're 12-5-1 against the spread this year, and their record's 13-5. Against the spread this year, the Patriots are 9-8. So with the spread being the Patriots favored by 7, if you just follow the logic of that, it looks like Indy will lose. This is the 4th straight AFC Championship game that New England's been a part of. They are 1-2. 3 of those 4 have been at Foxborough. They are 1-1. This is the 3rd all-time meeting against these two teams. You would think, being in the AFC, they face each other, I believe, every year in either regular season and or playoffs for like 14 years straight. This is only the 3rd time they met in the AFC Championship game. It seemed like there for a while it was either Peyton or Brady in the game all the time. Since the 01-02 season, which is 14 games, New England's been in this title game 9 times. They are 5-3. They are 2-0 versus Indy during that time. The largest comeback in AFC game history, AFC Championship game history, was the 06-07 Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots. by 8. The Colts came back from 18-point deficit, trailing 21-3 to win 38-34. That 34 points by the Patriots that year is the most points by a losing team ever in the AFC Championship game history. All time in the AFC Championship game, the Patriots are 7-3, and they are 4-1 at home. The Colts are 3-3 and 0-3 on the road. This year, the Super Bowl, which is February 1st, will be at the University of Arizona Stadium in Phoenix. The last time that the Super Bowl was hosted in Phoenix, Arizona, was Super Bowl 42. We all know that Tom Brady lost his perfect season in that game. Not really a Patriots fan, if you can tell. Not only because they beat the Rams in 0-1, but besides that, Bill Belichick I don't like him. That's the best way to say, his press conferences, I think are funny as hell. The one where they ask him about the loss to Cincinnati, or loss to Kansas City. We're going to Cincinnati this weekend. We're going, he's like, they didn't get pissed off at me, didn't say this, But some of the tricks he comes up with last week, typically when you put an offensive lineman as a eligible receiver, that's how everybody's used to hearing it. Unfortunately, he puts a running back as an ineligible receiver, which it wasn't against the rules, I know, but John Harbaugh was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was the same way when I seen it on TV. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? What? Ineligible receiver, eligible. I don't, it was hurting my brain. So, he does come with some tricks, the whole picture gate from the 0-1 when he was videotaping the Rams defense during practice and they end up winning the game. Yeah, how about that one? Has he cheated? Cheated, probably. Everybody probably cheats in football business. It's only cheating unless you get caught, And I only say that because it's in sports, when it comes to football and different plays and trick plays, this, that, and the other. Here's the way I'm looking at this. Last week, Andrew Luck knocked off Peyton Manning at Denver. Hall of Fame quarterback. We all know that. We all know the history of Indy and everything. We all get that. We all understand that Peyton was hurt a little bit. I guess he had a tore muscle in his leg or in his thigh. Or stretch or pull muscle or something. I hate the Patriots. So, for all you wrestling fans out there, I want to bring up a little analogy. Back in December of 2001, Vengeance pay-per-view, we had the undisputed champion crowned. We had the 6-time world champion, The Rock, as the WCW champion. We had the 6-time world champion as the WWF champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the young Y2J, Chris Jericho, was able to beat two Hall of Fame, then 6-time champion Stone Cold Steve Austin and a future Hall of Famer and 6-time world champion The Rock to become the first ever undisputed champion. And we're in that now. Andrew Luck, 3rd year in the league, made playoffs every year. Last week, knocked off Hall of Famer Peyton Manning at his home field. He has the opportunity to go into Foxborough and knock off another future Hall of Famer, Tom Brady. If he can pull this off, he will be able to set his career afire. I mean, just would he not be the next coming of quarterbacks? He could beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in back-to-back weeks to get to the Super Bowl. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Patriots with everything focused toward the Patriots winning this. They've won. They've been in 4 straight AFC title games. They're 5-3 in that time. They beat Indy twice. Versus the spread this year, the Colts are 12-5-1. So people writing these spreads have got it right, and they're picking the Patriots. Why not? Andrew Luck could be Tom Brady this week, that beat Peyton Manning last week to go on to the Super Bowl. So my prediction for Super Bowl 49, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Seattle Seahawks. I have the Colts going into Foxborough and beating the Patriots. You'll have your old guard, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, going home. The next generation of quarterback in the NFL, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, will be in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Stay tuned for my Super Bowl special coming up. Probably get that up hopefully early this week. I know it's 2 weeks till the Super Bowl, so the spreads will change a little bit and the lines might change. But I got some Super Bowl talk I want to do, kind of like I did for the World Series. Kind of break down these two teams a little bit more. And hopefully I'm right. If I'm not, whatever the two teams are in the Super Bowl, I'll have the stats and break down. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy the football this week, and thanks for watching, and have a fantastic weekend.